Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we explore the journeys of visionary entrepreneurs and uncover the strategies fueling their success. I'm your host, Jay Encarnacion, and in each episode, we dive into the stories behind game-changing ventures, the hurdles they've overcome, and their plans for future growth. Today, we are excited to welcome David Zybin, the founder of Market Magnetics Media Group. With over 15 years of experience in marketing technology, David has built a digital marketing agency in Brooklyn, New York that empowers small businesses with tools like SEO, web design, and geo-targeting advertising. Founded to bridge the gap for small businesses overlooked by bigger firms, Market Magnetics is making waves, notably doubling leads for 17 service businesses in just 30 days. We'll be diving into David's founding story, how his agency drives impact, and his vision for scaling. With that being said, let's get right into it. David, welcome to Founders Future.
Great to be here. Thank you.
An absolute pleasure. Incredible background you have. So truly an honor to have you on the show today, David. So if you could take us back to the beginning for our listeners, what specific gap in the digital marketing space inspired you to start Market Magnetics?
Well, Market Magnetics was actually started not with intention to become a marketing agency, more of a framework to bring children aging out of foster homes, simply because their options are very scarce as far as the typical age where young adults age out of the system is between 18 and 21 years old. Options was somewhat limited, so we were looking for something with the somewhat of a shorter learning curve to introduce kids into any industry, basically. So the initial idea was for a roofing company.
Okay.
And I was in a contract to purchase a roofing company, which was 100 years old.
Wow.
On the last week of due diligence period, we realized that the company barely broke even though they showed decent prior year's financials, the year to date, and we were in around October, November time. So they were barely breaking even. So the profitability was questionable.
Yeah.
And then I asked the seller why that was. He couldn't really explain. So then I asked, how do you get your work? How do you get clients?
Yeah.
So he proudly stated that he only does referrals.
Wow.
And then I go, referrals don't really make your business sellable, do they? And yet I still wanted to purchase it. So I offered to him to put some money as a deposit, but not to him. I would hire a marketing agency or run a campaign on Facebook and drive some traffic just to see that the company can operate with this kind of client acquisition strategy.
Right.
We didn't agree on it, and the deal kind of fell apart. But at the end of the day, I started looking into marketing, especially into marketing for service-based businesses. And I realized that this is another avenue we can approach. And we can bring kids from foster care into marketing industry fairly quickly. And if anything, they have better handling of devices, electronics technology, they have better critical thinking and so on. So that's how Market Magnetics was founded. It was founded as a framework to do exactly that.
Absolutely incredible. And I'm just so inspiring to have you tell that story and the mission behind that and really being able to help those who can't help themselves or don't really have much help outside of the system. Mm-hmm. So just incredible to hear that and what you're doing with it. I mean, I would love to really dive deep with you on what you're doing with Market Magnetics, especially for our listeners, David, who once this episode airs could very well want to come and work with you with the services you offer. I have a three-part question for you here, David, and it's going to be around how you're really generating revenue today. So what is the core offer? I know that you have SEO, the geo-targeting, the digital asset leasing. How is that core offer structured for your clients, and who is the ideal client that you like to work with here?
Core offer had to pivot in the last, let's say, 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
With all the AI development, with all the acceleration of AI, in pretty much every industry out there, we realized that SEO is going to be changing drastically, and we
Yes.
need to gear ourselves and protect our clients' web traffic from AI influx.
Yes.
So about 3 months ago, all the builds that we started then already had this in mind. And when Google came up on May 20th with their newest update, with their core update, which they call June update now, which is being rolled out now, our latest builds didn't really have any traffic drops or any measurable traffic drops beyond, normal fluctuations.
Yes.
With our offer also, we re-geared it to small to medium businesses now, and that includes manufacturing businesses. A lot of them bring products to life without doing proper market testing or even trying to figure out if people need this or how many people need this. This pivot came due to another prospect that came to us, and this is a manufacturer in Europe. They are in 11 countries. They have over 40 locations. They have traffic of 2,
Mm.
and that they pretty much was sandboxed by Google about 9 months ago, and nobody paid attention. So when they came to us for SEO work and we did the audit on the website, we realized that it needs more than just SEO work. It needs a ton of housekeeping. It needs a lot of things to be reworked or completely redone from the ground up. They were also out of compliance. And this is one of the decent sized manufacturers where every vehicle produced in Europe has at least one part
Wow.
by them. And we realized that there's a huge void in manufacturers. A lot of sites are outdated.
Yeah.
A lot of sites don't follow the technology development right now. And I can understand why they don't have anybody on staff. They had their site built sometime in 2017, 2016, and they think it looked beautiful and it should work.
Yeah. Gotcha. I love it. So with that, I would love to hear a bit more. Obviously, you're doing a lot of acquisition for your clients. What's working best for you, David, on the acquisition and bringing in new clients and leads consistently? What channels are you seeing be most effective for you now?
But right now, pretty much my old book of business. I
Mm.
was in finance for 25 years. I dealt with a lot of businesses, a lot of business owners, a lot of decision makers. So that book keeps feeding us, and referrals create other referrals. Again, not the most marketing way of acquiring clients,
All right.
but that's how it is for now. We're not opposed to anything that works, pretty much. We had a conversation today with the marketing department of one of the major manufacturers in the vision care industry.
Yeah.
And they asked us what we think about mailers, which we weren't really ready to answer because we don't have any metrics on mailers.
Right.
And apparently they keep doing that.
Hmm.
What surprised me, they don't have any metrics, but they keep putting money behind it. So we suggested at least putting a trackable QR codes on those postcards so they can at least gauge what kind of traction they're getting.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. So with that, obviously referrals are really big for you guys right now and seeing success there. But also, as you said in the story earlier, there's not a lot of predictability there. So are you utilizing other
There's
techniques
none.
for predictability? What does that look like so you can keep scaling market magnetics?
Besides ads, whether it be it Facebook ads or retargeting ads or Google ads, we're building out a cold email system right now, about to launch it in the next about 1 to 2 weeks. That's fairly easily scalable. Once the copy is figured out, once we're done with A/B testing, then it just sending more emails. Once the metrics are there, whether it's 1,000 emails or 5,000 emails or 10,000 emails, metrics will follow the number of emails sent.
Hmm. I love it. I absolutely love that. So really utilizing other strategies to continue to grow and build and have more predictability there and obviously
Yeah,
scale. So
absolutely.
is this something, David, that you're running as a solopreneur with Market Magnetics, or do you have a sales team, a marketing team, or is this something that you're doing all on your own?
No, we have a team. We have a developers team stateside. We have a design team that we outsource some of the work. Some of the work is done in-house. We have a content team that's fully done in-house. And then your regular admin work,
Yeah.
actually, some admin work is outsourced as well.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So as far as the sales side, is that something that you're fully taking on yourself, David, as the founder?
Sales side is in-house for now, at least.
Gotcha. So that's something that you're doing now. Is that something that you're
Yeah.
looking as you continue to grow and scale and continue to implement these lead generation tactics? Are you looking to position yourself in more of the founder role and bring on more of a setter and closer into the sales team, or how are you approaching that as you continue to scale?
That's a very likely thing to happen, although I do enjoy conversations with business owners, especially the ones we can help.
Right.
Some of the conversations I would rather not have and have a closer or setter do it instead.
Right. I gotcha. So with that there, obviously a couple of the bottlenecks it sounds are going to be more around that sales side, right? Bringing on a setter and a
Yeah.
closer. Is there anything else on the bottleneck side of things that you're thinking about right now, David, that you need to solve, or is that kind of the bigger one right now?
Well, there was the initial project ideation and planning that took a lot of time.
Yeah.
We're finalizing a in-house built system that's going to take care of a lot of it. So we can go from handshake to a project launch way faster. I'm saying times faster.
Yes. I love that. I love it. What's the paint us a picture here, David? Obviously, we have a
Mhm.
great idea of what you're going to market with, how you're seeing success, obviously continuing to grow and scale and build. What does the rest of this year look like for you in your mind as you continue that scale and growth of market magnetics? What are you laser focused on for that?
For now, we're just laser focusing on systems. We want to make sure that we provide the best product out there for our customers and clients. Focusing on systems, meaning finalizing our internal build, plugging in all the other components within to make sure everything works like a well-oiled machine or platform.
Mm,
And that includes different ways of lead generation, different lead scrapers, database handling, a lot of technical stuff.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. With that there, obviously you've been in the space for quite some time and have a plethora of knowledge on where to go and what you're doing. How do you personally see the digital marketing industry evolving in the coming years, especially with trends like Google's antitrust issues or the AI-driven tools that are coming out? What are you doing to position yourself at the forefront of the evolution that you're picturing?
We're one of the very few agencies today that actually offer optimization for different AI platforms
Mm,
and have tools to actually visualize it and present to our clients. We think that there's going to be a lot of movement from SEO to maybe not towards EO or AIO or AEO. What there is not even a certain terminology for it now. AI optimization. I think that there's going to be a combination of two, and businesses that were sitting pretty on page one for quite some time, they got laxed. And this is going to be quite a reality check right now.
yes.
As I see a lot of sites that we audit have significant drops in traffic.
Mm,
And this is not just because of this update. AI platforms are gaining ground. I think the latest report I've seen a month ago said that ChatGPT searches are at 0.37% of global searches now.
wow.
And the number doesn't look that impressive until you figure out that Bing only has around 1.2%. And
Right.
Bing's been around for 18 years and ChatGPT was introduced in 2002.
Wow.
So that's quite a speed. And it's only going to accelerate faster and faster.
Exactly.
And people don't want to click on links to figure out the answer. They want the answer served to them. And this is where position zero showed up now.
Amazing. That is incredible. And it's just amazing to hear from your perspective running this type of agency how you need to start looking at things with AI and what the future looks like. And especially for our listeners who are founders and have their own websites and are looking to take advantage, this is gold, right? Because you have to be able to move with the times, especially with where AI is going. Just amazing to hear from you on that front. So I do want to take us into the closing lightning round here before we wrap up the show. And just a couple more questions for you on this front, David. And the first is going to be around a tool or a resource, whether it's a marketing insight from your Forbes articles or a strategy from your financing days or an AI tool that you're using. What can you say is the biggest game changer for Market Magnetics this far?
As far as AI platforms, I would say Claude and ChatGPT. They kind of neck to neck depending on their updates. We use ChatGPT for certain things more, and we use Claude for others a lot more. As far as other tools, images, Midjourney, absolutely phenomenal tool. For infographics, I like to use napkin.ai. Absolutely phenomenal tool. We used to pay a ton of money back in the day for somebody to actually draw it out, and I believe it's still free to use.
Yeah.
Agentic AI is taking a very strong hold now. Very underutilized by general population, but I think that's going to change in the next few months to a year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of help out there. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, how to use it, how to connect it to everything. I think people is going to realize that instead of using AI to cheat, you can use AI to actually understand what you don't understand at the moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. And then I just have one more question for you here, David. Absolutely love where you were able to take this conversation of what you're doing and how you're taking advantage of AI and utilizing it. What is the best piece of advice, David, that you can offer to our listeners tuning in right now? Just heard your incredible journey and what you're doing and where you're really going to take this thing. What can you leave them with before we wrap up the show today?
Never stop learning.
Mm.
We live in the most exciting times in probably centuries, since the Industrial Revolution, since the invention of electricity.
Mm.
The amount of information at our possession now is just mind-blowing.
Yes.
And it's a shame not to use it.
Could not agree more. I love that. With that, right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up another inspiring episode of Founders Future. And just a massive thank you to you, David, for coming on the show and sharing your incredible journey and your insights with us today. As I mentioned, just clears me. I mean, the passion, the drive, the intelligence, you're going to continue to do some big things. So it truly was an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show. And to our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Founders Future wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And also check out Market Magnetics Media Group at marketmagnetics.agency for their special report, the 7 website fixes that double leads for 17 service businesses in 30 days or less. And follow David on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/David-Zybin-MLO. For more resources and insights, you can visit us here at closers.io, where we help businesses accelerate their growth. Until then, keep climbing, and we will see you on the next one.